It doesn't say I have to be invited. I've invited myself to lecture you today about eating meat and how you can start helping to change the world, because meat eaters are the biggest disease the world has got. The biggest plague is meat eating, because all the animals that they treat really badly, you have no right, done nothing to you. Has a pig ever done anything to you, sir? Has a cow ever hurt you in any way? A chicken? Right? Right? If you stop eating these dead animals, which are going to kill you anyway, give you diseases that these corporations cost a happy view to get because their friends at the pharmaceutical companies make money both ends, right? You stop eating them, there'll be more food left for all of us. Because the cows and the chickens and the pigs eat much more food per calorie created. 5, 10, 100 times more food. They use water that could be given to people in Africa who haven't got any water, but instead they're having the water.
Anybody's bothered, the police are going to be here in 5 minutes.
The police are going to be here in 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, is that everybody? Are you happy now that the police are going to be here in 5 minutes? You know, in case you were worried. Do you feel? Anybody here feel really comforted by the fact that the boys in blue, right, who are basically a gang, a violent gang, are going to be here? Do you feel comforted? Anyone else? No, please be honest. Well done for your honesty. Do you always, like, when you feel uncomfortable in a situation we don't know exactly what's going on, do you always think to yourself, oh, I wish the police were here, because they could force him to do something that I can't really force him to do, right? I mean, calling the police, ladies and gentlemen, again, that is the crime. The crime is to call the police, and I'll tell you why. Because what he's trying to do is to force me to do what he wants me to do, right? Now, he's got no right to do that, because all I'm doing is talking, right? So he's called someone else to do his dirty work, which they have no right to do either. They're just normal people. Like, for example, if you, madam, was to say, oh, excuse me, you've got to stop doing that, you didn't get permission to do that, I'd say, well, okay, that's your opinion. Right, exactly. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't really care that much if you eat these, and I've ate them myself, but I'll tell you something, I now feel I've got to spend the rest of my life trying to do some kind of repentance for the unnecessary death of hundreds of chickens and probably dozens of cows that had to die and live awful death just so that I could munch on them for my burger, so that I could have a chicken sandwich, when I could have had something really delicious and nutritious. I could have had some fruit, I could have had some nuts, I could have had some pine nuts, I could have had some vegetables, right? I could have had some juices, but instead I chose to have a barbecue pulled pork, which is dead pig, because I happen to like it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, can I just remind you about morality and ethics? Because you happen to like something doesn't mean it's okay to do it. If you like the look of a woman, doesn't mean it's okay to just have sex with her, right? If you like the look of a man, it doesn't mean it's okay to have sex with him. Although in this particular case, please let me know if you do like the look, and maybe consider something. Although my wife doesn't really agree to that kind of thing yet. Anyway, whilst the police are arriving, I'm sure they'll be here nice and soon because they're corporate friends. By the way, just to let you know, this is what is the purpose of this institution? What's the purpose of it? Primary purpose? Money. That is it. It's a scam, ladies and gentlemen, a huge scam, especially today. You can learn with the best people in the world. If you want to learn geography, history, law, anything, you can get the best people in the world online. You can have one-to-ones with them for the money you're paying for this pathetic institution. So basically, it's just out to get your money, right? And that's why they allow these revolting, huge corporations to come and get more of your money by serving you dead animals. So it's not going to do you any good. And caffeine and sugar. These are your enemies. They're killers, right? They're psychopathic organizations. Start to educate yourself. Look up what the definition of psychopathy is, and then go through all the different the characteristics of a psychopath, and you'll find that Costa Coffee, like all of them, is acting like a psychopath. It's just it's been created as an idea. A corporation is an idea that is created out of thin air, a legal fiction, to allow crime to take place, and nobody takes any responsibility. Of course, the people that work here, they just work here. They've got no responsibility for the death of the pigs. But I'll give you this question, and then I'm going to leave it for questions for yourself, right? If somebody started a cult in which they started to eat human beings, yeah? And somehow on Costa's shelves, there were little babies being sold. Baby sandwiches, baby human sandwiches, yeah? Would the people that work here bear any responsibility for being part of making their money out of baby sandwiches? Yes, of course they would. We are all responsible for what we do. It's absolutely and entirely irrelevant if somebody told you to do something. It's irrelevant.
This was so
In terms
random.
of your own moral responsibility, you are responsible.
Wait, 1 second.
And the question is, are you going to carry on being responsible in the collusion of the death of 56 billion animals every year? Because if you are a meat eater and I am an ex-killer, I am an ex-serial killer, if you are a meat eater, I put it to you that you are a serial killer. You are complicit in the murder. Just because you paid someone else to do it, it doesn't make it right. Just like if you paid someone else to kill a child who you wanted to eat. That wouldn't be, oh, well, that's all right then. That's all right. Oh, you only paid for the guy. Oh, fine. You go ahead and munch on that little child sandwich. Yeah, it's fine, no problem. We'll get the person that did it. Right? No. If you buy pig here, you are complicit in that pig's murder. For what? So you can have a beef barbecue pulled pork. That is worth killing an amazing magical being. I tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, when you realise how amazing and magical you are, when you realise the amazingness of your consciousness, the fact that you can perceive, the fact that you can see, the fact that you can hear, that you can